Hi friends, we're going to make this really pretty fall decor piece. I know it's just beginning the summer, but fall and Christmas comes early at my whimsical day. We've got craft shows in the fall, and so I'm getting ready, and I've got these stunning prints, these pumpkin prints in my Etsy shop. So the link will be below, but they are so pretty. So I'm using this little cutting board that I got at Hobby Lobby the other day. It's in their 4th of July section. And if you go now, you can get it for 40% off. And it's got this little recessed star shape down there at the bottom. And that is great for 4th of July or even Christmas. But I didn't want it for fall, so I'm kind of filling it in. I'm just putting extra Mod Podge in there. Afterwards, I was thinking maybe I should have put hot glue or some clay or something like that. But either way, it worked out fine. And so I'm just going to the edge of that inner piece of the cutting board. I don't want to go over or down in that groove at all because, you know, the Mod Podge will pull the paper down in there too. And I don't want it going in there. So I'm being very careful with my paintbrush just to go to it. And there I'm filling in that star. And it was mostly dry when I began the ironing part. It didn't get as dry as the rest of it, obviously, because it's pretty thick. But I got it mostly dry, and it worked out just fine. So, and you can't even hardly tell it's there. So it's still white, so you can tell it's not thoroughly dry. But I did get the rest of it dry, and I'm just lining up my picture where I want it to go on my cutting board. And I put the parchment paper over, and just using my mini heat press and ironing it slowly, probably 20 to 30 seconds. And I started sanding it because I want all of it off to that groove in there. So I start out by cutting a piece off right here, and I could see it wasn't adhered down all the way to the corner. So I just put my parchment paper back on and kind of tilted my iron at an angle and got down in those grooves as best I could. I mean, not down in the groove, but to the groove. And that seemed to do the trick. It was ironed on there really well to the very edge. So I started out with some fine grit sandpaper on my little sander, and it worked fine. But off camera, I do change into a heavier grit. And you just kind of have to be careful and just kind of take it slow and just follow that groove. And it's kind of rounded in the corners, so you just have to be careful and, like I said, follow that groove, the edge. So I just go slowly all the way around till I've got it all up. So I've got it all sanded off, and I've got this orange and brown cord that I got last year at Hobby Lobby. I can't remember if I got it in their after fall clearance or if I just got it at their 40% off, or sometimes they have 50% off. I never pay full price, so I'm sure I didn't pay very much for it. But it fit perfectly going down in this little groove of this cutting board. So I was super happy with that because it looks really good with this pumpkin print. So I'm just doing a little bit at a time. Just a little hot glue in there and pressing it down in that groove. And you can see how pretty it is. It matches really nice. I'm keeping this project pretty simple for the most part. I'm not embellishing a lot, and you'll see the little bit I do. We could have done more. I could have put greenery or Excelsior or sisal behind the bow or something, but I just opted to keep it pretty simple. So I've got that cord all the way around glued down, and now I'm taking this, it's a little over an inch thick wired ribbon, and I got this last year as well. It's a rusty kind of orange, so pretty. And I do the awareness shape bow, and then you just gather it in the middle and wrap some twine around it and tie it in the back in a knot. And I love working with the wired ribbon because you can mold it and bend it and put it where you want. So I'm just pulling the loops and the tails where I want them to be. And I was trying to decide how long I wanted those tails. I knew I didn't want them very long because I don't want them to cover up the pumpkin picture at all. So I dovetail them here fairly short. But I think it was a good amount and it looks good. And I was going to add some more twine, and I even have some rustic orange gingham ribbon, like a 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch. That would have looked really pretty on top. But like I said, I just opted to keep this one kind of simple. So I'm just arranging the tails, putting them where they need to be and fluffing those loops. I am going to take a button. I've got this huge lot of buttons I get on Amazon. They're 200 vintage buttons in all kinds of shapes and sizes. As you can see there, there's some really big ones. But I just took a 4-hole, just basic button, and I'm going to go in and out those holes a few times so that when I glue it onto the center of my bow, it just kind of looks as if it was sewn on. I just kind of like the threaded look. It looks finished. And that covers up the twine in the middle and just looks done. And I couldn't decide. I was thinking about leaving it like that, but I did want to use one of my printable tags that come with these prints, these pumpkin prints in my Etsy shop. Again, they will be linked below. But this says fall is my favorite color. And so I'm gluing it on brown cardstock. And then I leave about a 1/8 inch border all the way around of the cardstock. And I was trying to decide what I wanted to do with it, but I first wanted to distress it some. I was wishing I would have done it before I glued the paper onto the cardstock, but I totally forgot, but we're getting it. And it looks so pretty. So I was trying to decide if I wanted to hang it underneath the bow or down at the bottom. And you'll have to let me know in the comments below what you think. But I decided I'm gonna, I threaded a button and tied a little bow on this button. And I'm putting it on the bottom left corner of the tag. And I'm going to put some foam stickers on the back so it raises it up just a little bit. So I'm putting 2 in all 4 corners. And that just gives it dimension, you know, and just raises it up, and it's kind of pleasing to the eye to see everything not so flat. So I'm struggling getting all those plastic backs off. So I've got them all off, and I want to make sure my paper and cardstock's straight. And I eyeball it and set it down carefully right where I want it. And that is it for this project. It turned out so pretty. I hope you like it too. Again, these prints are stunning. They are so high quality, very, very pretty. Hope this inspires you to make something similar. I really appreciate you watching, and you have a whimsical day.